All right, all right, all right. What's up? What's up? How's everyone doing out there today? Today is a big day, guys. A huge, huge day. Let's get this thing going. All right. Bop, bop, bop. All right. Today is January 18th, 2022. A lot going on today. I hope you guys caught that. So every Sunday, guys, to let you know if you're following me, welcome, 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 welcome to the Morning Brew, Beyond Charts Morning Brew. My name is Angel. I'm your host for today, giving you the fire trades. I'm going to share with you today my playbook, my own personal playbook. I'm going to share with you levels. I'm going to share with you some news, some newsworthy events that you got to watch out for today and for the next couple of weeks. So again, just follow along. If you're just learning, you're more than welcome to. I also I'm going to show you right now on my YouTube page. If you're just a stock trader and you just want to be informed of what to expect for the next couple of weeks, then there's a way here. I just launched it. I release this every Sunday, but I'm going to show you exactly where it is. If you go to my YouTube, I just released it this morning because I think this is vital information everybody should follow. But basically, I put out this week ahead. Will the stock market crash? Watch that. It's about 45 minutes, maybe an hour long, but it's going to help you and understand what is before us in the marketplace. All right, guys, but enough with that. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let's see what the heck's going on. So obviously today, we talked about this news here, and the news here was about Goldman Sachs. And I said it all weekend long, and I said I had a private Q&A session yesterday for my new students who are moving forward in the class. And if you want access to that information, I'll share with you that at the end. Spots are filling up, so you want to grab your spot. We're going to start our first class on Sunday, so make sure to grab that spot. So, but anyway, for right now, we talked about Goldman Sachs, and Goldman Sachs we're beginning earnings seasons, guys. So Goldman Sachs is going to set the tone for the week. This week, we got a heavy finance bank element going into this weekend. And what Goldman said is going to set the tone for the banks. All right, guys, it's going to set the tone for the banks. And once again, what did they say? Well, real off the bat, I can just share this with you. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. What did Goldman say right off the bat? Their earnings were 10.81 a share versus 11.6 was the estimate. So they missed. Their revenue went up, but the cost, but this is the same old story. This is what we have to pay attention to the news going into this earnings. The costs are getting astronomical. They have to pay the top talent more money than they had before. Okay, JP Morgan came out on Friday, and they pretty much gave a dismal outlook for this quarter. Jamie Dimon came out on Friday with Chase Bank and said basically the same thing. Here's the echo. Here's the same thing being echoed over and over and over again. JD Dimon expected 4 to 6 rate hikes this year. Again, guys, JD Dimon, the banks are associated with the Fed. They're two different elements, but they are associated together. Let's start putting the pieces together. This is resembling a 2001 element for me. Guys, I'm just noticing as a student, I study the markets. I'm not doom and gloom, but I want you to be prepared. So, there it is, guys. There it is. All right. I got a few people I want to say hello to before we go in. JD, what's up, my brother? Good morning. Good morning. If you want to say good morning, let me know in the comments. Let me know. I'll give you a shout out. But anyway, let's get to it, guys. Let's get to it. Let me see here. I'm going to remove this part of it. I'm going to go add myself right here because I want to talk to you for a second here. All right. So off the bat, guys, here's the thing. I explained this in detail, so I urge you, if you really want to understand what's going down in these markets, you want to go into that link that I put it on my page and just take the time and listen and understand that, because the U.S. needs to do some things here. Okay, there's some news here, but anyway, I'm not going to get into it. We're going to go into the levels and so forth, but definitely research that because that's what's going on right now. Goldman Sachs, they missed, right? So they not only did they miss, guys, they said that then the costs are getting high. That's going to be everything across the board, that's what they're going to echo. That's what we're going to say. Goldman Sachs, the bank industry costs are going high. That's why the XPX is declining. The only thing holding the XPX up right now is oil. If oil turns red, watch out below. We're going lower, guys. We're going lower. I talked to this about at length in my Q&A session yesterday. What are going to be the outcomes? And again, this is the outcome. It is going to go lower, and we're going to take advantage of that. Okay, so I got a lot to cover here because, again, so a couple of news media events that I want to say is Shopify is merging with JD.com, so which pretty much is a China company. That's why Shopify is up. Is it enough to go up? Again, so they're going to go up, and that's why Shopify is moving on that news. What else is up here? Netflix, we talked about Netflix. It's odd. It's weird that Netflix raised rates on Friday. They're having an earnings announcement on Thursday, this Thursday. Why would they announce on Friday that they're going to raise the US rates, right? Because what we don't know, if you start digging a little deeper, and I'm here, I'm Angel, I'm going to help you to dig deeper, is that in India, they lowered the rate there. They lowered their subscription rate in India from $4 down to $2, right? Because they're trying to hit that market, and they raised the rates here. Isn't it odd that they decided to do it? Usually these companies make these announcements on their earnings call, but why didn't wait? That's odd, and we're gonna see if we can find a move there. What else? Baba. So the U.S. is investigating Baba. Again, watch that. That's gonna be that could be a negative impact. Again, this is just the news. We're gonna figure out if it is We're gonna find out if this is the news. How is the market reacting to it? So we're gonna look at that. But GS is rolling over. What else do we have? Jamie Dimon talked about some serious negative stuff down the road. And again, but the plays here, there are a few plays up here, but is it enough to hold the market? So, let's dive in. I want to dive into this things here real quick. So right off the bat, Goldman Sachs shares decline. Again, Microsoft to buy Activision. That news just came through the wire. $68.7 billion deal. Let's see if that's going to affect Activision. So that might be a big play there. Market watch. Again, nothing here. Brace for a volatile 2022. No crap. I've been saying that all since the beginning of the year. Again, but don't worry. We're going to catch these waves. What else here? Barron's. So the futures are down to 46.05. That puts us right around 46.15, right? That 46.18 area that I talked about all weekend long. Stocks tumble as the bonds. Again, so, oh man, there's so much to cover here. But let's just dive in. Let's see where the opportunities lie. Let me see. All right, let's go in. So right off the bat, we're going to be looking at the same old boring stuff, but basically we have to find out what the weather forecast is, right? So ultimately, you got to do this. You have to find out where the weather forecast is. So newsworthy events, we got that. But again, what are the levels to watch? Now, the XPX, I said, this is the 50-day moving average. This is the NASDAQ, and this is the Russell. Again, we see weakness across the board. And again, I'm not doom and gloom, guys, but once a little tip here, if the market starts trading below the 50-day moving average for at least 1, 2, 3 days, and then it's not recouping back, then that is a hint that is probably the market is rectifying itself for what? Their interest rates are going higher. I talked about this all week long. Watch the videos. They're out there. And if you want to have a better explanation, I don't have enough time right now because we have to get into the opportunities right now. But look at the S&P 500. It's up, 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 up. It broke. Right now, it's teeter-tottering, right? It's fighting for that 50. Very similar to Bitcoin. When I talked about Bitcoin, and it's fighting for that 50. I think it was Ethereum fighting for that 50. It's fighting, and then the decline happens. Okay, the same thing is happening right now with the XPX, and it's fighting for that 50. Now, we're catching it early. We're seeing this develop, right? But again, if interest rates go up, and the banks are giving you the hint, Chase just told you on Friday. Goldman Sachs is telling you today. What do you think? And we have a whole week of banks, right? Oh, I forgot to share this with you. We have a whole week of bank. What to look for today? If you go to my Twitter page, I laid it out for you right here, and I'm going to go here right now. So what to expect this week? And again, my Twitter page, I left it right there. So things you have to follow is, oh, by the way, there's the week ahead, the video right there. Reminiscence of the Stock Away is a book that I'm reading right now. If you want to follow the book club, unofficial book club, but it's right there. But the earnings, here are the earnings, guys. So we have Goldman Sachs, Charles Schwab, all this morning, PNC. These are all banks. Guarantee first, but the big one is Goldman Sachs. Interactive brokers after the close. Pinnacle, all these banks. ASML is going to be the big one tomorrow. U.S. Bancorp, it's bank heavy. Netflix on Thursday. Ally Bank. This is very, very heavy bank week. So again, Goldman has set the tone. What do you think these guys are going to say? Okay. So again, be diligent. Watch that. It's there. Again, the level, is not, we don't have a lot of macroeconomics this week, but the one you want to watch is that Thursday, 8:30 in the morning, initial jobless claim. Okay. So watch that one. And we have to be frosty about that. All right. So there it is. So that's what we have to watch for this week. Right now, the XPX is going to work its way lower, right? So if I look at the XPX right here, was it here? No, let me go here. Let's see where the E-minis are at right now. Okay, E-minis. E-minis right now are at 46.11. They were 45.87. Again, so they're coming up a little bit, but is it going to be enough? Okay, so right now we have 46.11. That's going to put us right at this 46.11. So we're still going to open up lower. So it's going to put us at the lows of Friday. Okay, so again, we're going to watch it. So it's coming back up. And let's see, but we're below that 50-day moving average, which is you're going to be looking for opportunities probably to the downside. Are we going to recover today? I don't know, but anything is possible. But let's see. NASDAQ working its way weaker. If you have high interest rates, guys, they're going to reevaluate the tech. Remember, tech, startups, new developments. If they have to borrow money and money now becomes more costly, it's going to eat up into their margin requirements, or maybe they're not making any sales. They have to reevaluate these companies to lower. That's what, be careful with SPACs, be careful with these brand new companies that, all of them, they're going to be reevaluated. The tech are going to go down. Every tech is going to be reevaluated because of PE ratios. Remember, the market's going to price in forward events. So again, so if that's happening, it's just going to be a reevaluation. Again, it's just real simple. Now, the other thing we also got to look about is that the Fed has announced to the world their last time that they're going to basically stop buying, right? They're going to stop buying. They're going to stop, they're going to start selling their book, but they're not there. But here's the thing. They said they're going to sell it, but they're keep buying. It's like, I tell you, I'm going to buy, let's say I'm going to buy, I'm telling you, I'm going to have, let's say I have an inventory of computers, and I'm telling you, I'm going to sell my computers, my inventory, but you see me still buying, right? It's kind of odd. And again, but who understands the Fed? But it's just weird. But again, they're telling everyone, but they're not doing it. All right. So levels to watch there on the tech, remember, is probably going to go to that 200-day moving average, 15,163. Watch these levels. We're going to dive into a little sooner. And there's a cliff on the Russell. Remember, that cliff is 2106, guys. If this goes, boom. Okay. I'm not saying it's going to go, but that's the level you're going to watch on the RUT, IWM. If you want to get ready, you want to hedge your portfolio, I would maybe look at the IWM puts, maybe 30 days out, maybe some time frame to hedge against your portfolio if you're afraid of this event happening. Okay. But Jamie Dimon said pretty much prosperity is over for the next 6 to 8 months. Okay. So that's his words. That's what he said. All right, but let's dive in where the opportunities lie. So let's go into the XPX and let's see what happens here. All right, so we're going to be looking at potential movers and watchers. All right, so the XPX right now, we're going to be opening at 46.15. So that's going to put us at the bottom range here of Friday, right? So it's right there. So now what to expect here? You're going to be looking at the MACDs. I spent, at length about MACDs, and we're going to go into it deeper. We're going to go into deeper this Sunday with our students. We're going to dive in and we're going to show you exactly how to trade these setups. All right, so right here, what do we see here? What do I see? Okay, 46.11. So now pretty much that's going to put the XPX right back lower, right in this range. So again, it puts me in that range. And now what are we going to do? So we're just going to wait to set up. It's too far away from the 50-day moving averages. The white line is the 50-day, all right, on both parts. I would like to see how it develops. Now, what I am seeing, if they're going to prop this market up, it's probably going to prop it up and then maybe decline. I'm going to be looking for that, okay? So 46.11, watch the MACDs like a hawk, because if the MACDs start rolling and you get a fresh new wave to either way, again, we don't have the guidance yet of Goldman Sachs. Are they going to guide down or up? The news is trickling out right now. If they guide down, watch, it's probably going to go lower, okay? It's probably going to go lower because, markets is going to reevaluate everything. And they're also suggesting that they're probably going to suggest an interest rate hike. Remember, we priced in what the Fed has told us, a 1% per year for this year and 1.5% for the following year. But the banks are echoing something else. They're saying something else. They're saying 4 to 5 interest rates hikes. If that is true, then that is not priced in, guys. So we can go lower. Okay, so watch that. And if that is true, then market is going to go lower, going to go down. So again, we're going to be watching this as a hawk right now as I prep my trade for this week. As far as the things that we follow here, the XPX is right at that 50-day moving average, is exactly where we like to trade it. Unfortunately, it's going to probably work its way lower. Let's see what the MACDs do. If they give us a fresh set of MACDs, if it takes out 46.15, right, we're at that low right now, 46.14, we're right there. And then if it takes out 45.81, 45.81 on the XPX. Write that down. Get a pen and paper ready. We're going lower. We're going drop. If you get a fresh set of MACDs at that level, we're dropping. And what am I looking at? I'm probably going to be looking at the 4,500 puts. That's what I'm going to be looking at. I just gave you that play. That's what I'm looking at. The range on top, as I told you yesterday, was 47.50 is pretty hard. That 46.82. The high of Friday, which is 46.65, pretty hard. Okay, so that's what we're gonna be looking at going forward. But just gave you that. All right. As far as let's go into the VIX. I'm so excited for today that I just got jumped all over the place. The VIX right now today, it is opening right now. If it takes out 2213 on the VIX, we're probably going to head higher. And again, 2339, we collapse. Not collapse. We're going to have a stronger pullback, all right? I don't want to be doom and gloom. The opportunity is going to be to the downside. If you see these levels break, bing, 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 the opportunity is going to be to the downside, guys. Now, let's say it reverses. Anything can happen in the next, 30, 40 minutes. By the grace of, say something happens. The level you're going to watch to the downside is 20.70. If we ping that, then more likely we're going to go a little higher. A lot higher is going to be below 1745. But right now, the volatility is staying in this range, and it's probably going to remain here. If we start going higher, look out below, the opportunities to the downside. Now, the Treasury note, this is not good, guys. This is why we're collapsing. The TNX is 1.81. This is why we have to readjust, guys. Cost of dollar is going higher, right? So this is not good for tech. I've been saying this all along. Not good for tech. Now, it looks like it's coming down a little bit, but again, it just broke out, coming back, and it looks like it wants to go higher. So watch this like a hawk. If this goes up to 185, we are going down. We're going down, guys. It's simple math. The cost of money is getting more expensive, right? It's just simple. This is not, I'm not making this stuff up. TNX, watch that. No way, everybody's telling you to do this. Watch a TNX, put the thing in there. It is going up, okay? The cost of money is getting more expensive. Okay, there's wage inflation. Chase Bank told us they have to pay more for their new hires. They have to pay them about $30,000 to $60,000 more to keep them. And JD Diamond is telling the CEOs, hey, pretty much another quote. I think he said, stop being a wussy. I don't know if he said that, something like that, and just pay him. You got to pay him. Okay, so again, wage inflation, that's going to eat up into the profit margins. But again, watch that right there. All right, so let's dive in. NASDAQ probably going to work his way lower. Watch his setup. Look for those MACDs. Russell, watch Russell. It's probably going to work his way lower. I wish the market was open now, because then these are the perfect opportunities where you have to watch it. But watch for the MACDs for an entry for a collapse. It's probably going to set up. Google working his way lower. Look at Google. Google, boom, gone. And Google was a strong one. So if they're reevaluating Google, be careful, guys, with your meme stocks. Be careful with the AMCs. Be careful with the GMEs. That business model has changed. I know you're probably going to hate on me, but I'm here to save you guys, because of that one guy who holds, or that one person that holds all those shares of AMC, GME, and decides to share, or he tweets that he sold. Guess what happens? We all collapse. And that business model has changed. Think about this for a second. This weekend was a 4-day weekend. Can you guys tell me if any new movies came out this weekend? It's a great weekend to release a movie, right? Yeah, there's none. There's no movies that were released. How you think AMC is going to make money when there's no releases, right? So again, start thinking about it. Again, Amazon working its way lower. So if they're telling you that the cost of goods are getting more expensive, the new hires are wage inflation, guess what Amazon's going to say? They missed last earnings. Amazon's at the threat of possibly heading lower. So the other thing I want to share with you here is, let's go into, I'm going to go into add to stream here. So I'm going to share with you real quick. And this is what I have. I have this screen up on one of my screens all the time. I'm always looking at the FANGs. So again, if you see, again, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, and I have Beyond Charts because I had an extra space there. And, whatever. I dated someone that was a vegan and she liked Beyond Charts. So it's still there. It reminds me of her. It's nice. But anyway, all right. So right now you have Facebook having a hard time above that 50. You have pre-market's going to work its way lower. You have Apple above the 50. That's the only one. It's probably going to head to 172. And it's working its way lower. Remember, from 173 to 170, Apple's going to open about $3. Normally it opens up around $1. So if Apple's giving you a tail, we probably can head lower. Amazon, 3,200. 3,200 goes. Just look out below. Netflix, open up a little bit higher, 525, but it's oversold. We're going to see what happens. They have earnings coming up. Google, working its way lower, right? They're taking this one down. It's right above the 200. They're moving up. But what I want you to observe is that look at all of these. Only one is above the 50-day moving average, and that's Apple. So if Apple goes below the 50, guys, that's what's been propping up the market. Watch out, right? Again, watch this. The information is telling you something. All right. So there it is. We're going to go back over to stream. So now let's go in. So again, we have these levels right here. ISRG, they have announced earnings. It is holding strong. We're going to see what happens there. So what do we have? We have Google working its way lower, midstream, right? Google, don't chase it. Let it give it a new MACD and see which way it goes. It could come back to the 50 and retest. Amazon coming to the end, can have an exhaustion sell. So if the MACD start turning, is near the 50, right? We go lower. So watch that, or do we go higher? But watch that right now. Tesla, trying to work pre-market, right? There's somebody's trying to buy it, prop it up. MACDs are going up. So for the downside, price action right now is below the 50. So that's good for a downward move. But if the MACDs start turning, then you have the bingo. Okay, so start trading it lower and maybe get into puts. Now the levels below is going to be 1015 pre-market, and then you got that 997. Okay, but wait for the MACDs. If the MACDs start turning higher, you have the upside of 1051 is going to get it going. 1051, you got 1071, you have 1085, and then you have the bingo number 1118, 1119. ISRG. Working its way lower. Can this go lower? Let's see how it opens. This might go lower. They might take it down into earnings. That's fine. CMG coming to the end here at the 50. It's working its way lower. Let's see if this starts turning. If it takes out 1460, it's going to drop. It's going to drop. Okay, I'm giving. Just pick one, guys. You don't need to get greedy. Just pick one. Lamb Research was the baby. What's the baby, right? Lamb Research, again. And why is Lamb Research up? I think Lamb Research is up because Taiwan Semiconductors came out last week with amazing earnings, and they said that they're going to invest about $44 billion into chips. Okay. Well, who do you think that money's going to go to? Well, easy. They got the orders. It's going to go to a few companies. One is LRCX. The other one is bingo, bingo, bingo. It is ASML. ASML, guys. So again, ASML is going to be the one that is going to get. Why? Because they make the machines. They make the machines that make the chips. They make the machines that make the chips, and they have to develop new chips, and they're gonna have to buy more machines to make the chips. So they're gonna be the ones that are gonna go. So that's why I'm looking at ASML. But that's why we were looking at that. All right. So again, got excited. All right. So where am I here? Lamb Research. Now, Lamb Research is going to set up, is working its way lower. Watch it at 708. MACDs are going lower. Let's see what happens at that 0 right there. Watch after 50-day moving average. Again, real simple process as I talked in my Q&A session yesterday. Real simple. Find out. Yeah, calls or puts? Easy. Right now, you should be looking not calls. MACDs are going lower. Let us set up. We're above the 50. You should be looking at calls. We're above the 50, but see how it reacts. But no go on the MACDs. Let us set up. Let us set up right here. Let's see how it reacts to that 709. Because 709, it can probably go back up to 732. If it takes out 732, it's going to go. If it goes lower and has an inside day, then you got 684 to the downside. Goldman Sachs dropping like a rock. All right, midstream. Watch it. The POC, the point of control right now, pre-market is 365. So that's telling me that the most activity happening pre-market is 365. That could change. I'm going to see this if this can set up or is it going to keep dropping. Now, if it's going to drop, watch 362. Now, the MACDs are midstream, but again, this could be a panic sell off the bat. I would like it to see pull back up. But if you traded pre-market, this is the exact entries that we like to see right here at the 50. MACD's dropping, but midstream right now, not a good high probability trade. Let it pull back and see how it reacts right in this level and then set it up. Netflix trying to go, but it can't go. Again, the POC pre-market is 520. It's looking like if the MACDs give you a set going down, this can probably drop a little lower. It's got 513, 511. Roku trying to hang. It's right at that 50. Watch the MACDs for a sign either up to 168, maybe 170. 159. The POC before the market is 163. And what I mean by that, I'm throwing you terminology, is the most amount of trades happen pre-market is at 163. So it looks it's probably going to head up to that 168. So again, Nvidia trying to go. Let's see if Nvidia, if the market has a reaction. MACDs are going higher right now. If it can break that 50, let's see. Let's see if Nvidia can go 271. Remember, ASML has earnings this week. That can affect the chips. So again, you have to pick and choose what you're going to invest in. And I think the chips are going to be fire. Just something telling me ASML, if they come out with good earnings, is going to do well. Mercado Libre, again, working its way lower. Watch it right there for a downward swing. If it goes right there, it's at 1122. POC is right there. If it opens right there, the MACD start turning, it probably can hit 1106. So guys, you have some points there. 1100, right? If it breaks that, it's going to go lower. Apple, look at Apple. It's trying to go. They're selling it pre-market. It's 173, trying to hold up, trying to be propped. Now it is working its way higher. Let it come back. Let us see if it sets up. If Apple goes negative, then we drop on the S&P 500. Shopify, loving the news, right? Merging with China, okay, or China company JDH, all right, Canadian company with China, all right. But anyway, let's see. MACDs are working his way lower, and now let's see. Again, 1100, nice round number. If it takes that out, it could go higher. How high? Probably 1156, 1180. If this news is if they're active about this, it's probably going to run. So watch it. You have a few runners. Now, how do you know? Watch the MACDs. If this starts turning, give you a fresh set of MACDs, and it's probably going to run for today. All right. Now, you have Trade Desk working his way lower. Watch 75. MACDs are working his way lower. Probably looks like it wants to go lower. If it takes out 72 to the downside, it's probably going to go lower again. Trade Desk advertisement. I don't know how much debt they got, but again, Affirm, garbage company. This is like a $30 company, guys. They've been selling this thing off. This is the layaway plans. Things are getting more expensive. Wage inflation, cost of goods. And the default rates are pretty high right off the bat. It's like 53%. It's probably even higher, right? So again, watch 68. Let it set up. They're selling every pop on this, so be careful on the pops. Upstart selling the pops too, working his way higher. Watch 112, 114 right here on Affirm, $75. Okay, if it's real. And I mean by real if it's selling it off. Now, HubSpot working its way lower. HubSpot could run down, okay? Watch 450. If it takes that out, can probably hit 400. They've been clobbering this thing. Again, high interest rates, not good for companies. Guys, you can trade up or down. Zoom to the boom, boom, boom. All right, Zoom working its way lower. It looks like it wants to recoup. Let us see how it reacts to that 158. 160 could work its way lower. Bookings. All right, you got the airlines coming out this week, right? So you got American Airlines. Let's see what happens. The cost of oil is going up. So at some moment, that's going to affect the airlines. Okay, so are people going to, they have to raise prices. Are people going to stop flying less? So watch it. Bookings working its way lower, right, setting up. Let's see if Israel's going to go above 24.95. Let's say 2,500. If it's not real and you see this thing starts turning, watch it to the downside. Probably has 2,400 to the downside. Boom, boom, boom. You got the trade right there. Bam. If one of those goes, bam, you got it. Now, ServiceNow, you got 539 on top. They're selling this one, 514. Remember, this was a $700 company not too long ago. Good guidance, great earnings, guided up, and they're selling it. So again, watch it for the downside. 521. If it takes out 514, could go lower. Coinbase, again, what do you think is going to happen, guys? There's a correlation between Bitcoin. Guys, there is a correlation between Bitcoin and let me see, where am I here? I'm right here. Okay. So there is a correlation between Bitcoin and the Fed, guys. I mean, obviously, if you can't see that, I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. All right. There is a correlation. So what do you think? If interest rates are going higher, I mean, it's going to go higher, right? So Bitcoin's going lower. I don't know what the correlation. If you know about that, let me in the comments. Let me know what you think. But there is a correlation. So Coinbase right now, again, not a big fan of the company. I mean, it took me 2 weeks to, talk about my money, or I couldn't even make a trade there. So again, these companies have to do better on their customer service. Yes, it is Bitcoin, it is the future, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, man, you have to rectify that. So again, hopefully they get that and they get this message. But again, to get it better, 232 is sitting right at that 50. Look for the MACDs for a way to go up. Right now, you're thinking puts, right? But if your MACD start turning, it's probably going to go lower to probably 222. If it takes that out, it's going to probably 215. All right, we're working faster here. 903, beautiful. This is the page. Whoa, this is the page, guys. This is the page. This is the page. All right, so what do we have here? This is the chips. All right. So INTU working its way lower. Okay. They're working its lower. Let it take it down. Qualcomm holding pretty strong. Right. I got Qualcomm. It's don't know if they're going to take it up or down. It's in no man's land right now. It can go either way. ASML. Okay. It looks like it wants to go. Again, where is that $44 billion going to go to from Taiwan Semiconductors? Okay. 746. Watch it. Is it going to take? Now, these guys have earnings Thursday. Is this going to be a runner? What do you think? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. 728 if it's not. 728 if it's not. But if it takes out 746 and you see these MACDs turning, this could run. That could run. Okay. AMD. Now, again, watch the MACDs. Anything going to happen in 25 minutes, guys. So if you see the MACDs turning lower, it's not going to go. Okay. So I answered that at length yesterday. AMD. Working his way higher. 137 to get it going. AMAT right there. AMAT is probably going to be one of the benefactors of that 44 billion. 168 to get it going. If it doesn't go, it's probably going to go down to that 156. Broadcom, Avgo working his way lower, just working his way lower. Now, again, watch this one. This might reverse, right? This is like, I don't know if it's going to continue, but right now it's working his way lower. We'll look for the MACDs for reversal, but right now, don't take the trade. We like to take the trade at the 50. Okay, MU right underneath the 50. If this MACD starts turning, it's probably going to head to that $94 from 96, and it's got 97 on top. Roblex. Again, this metaverse. There was an article in Barron's this weekend saying that they're pretty far away from making money on the metaverse, right? So do you want to invest in something that's not going to make money for at least the next 3 to 5 years? I don't know. You let me know. What do you think about that? Or do you want to invest in something that's going to make money now? Okay. So, right there, that's what we got. Let's go into Bitcoin. Bitcoin, again, working its way lower. So let me make this bigger for you guys. So Bitcoin, all right. So here's the deal. Here's the deal, Bitcoin, because I talked to you about possibly the MACDs are right there. Is this a divergence? It looked like a divergence. Is it going to hold? It still looks like it might hold. If the MACD still remain above the white line, the blue line, that is still pretty bullish. It's telling me that divergence is coming to a play. Now, this is the death cross right there. But again, I don't like death crosses because death crosses are not. I like the 50-day moving average a little bit better, a little bit stronger. But what I do like is this setup. What is the price going to do at that 50? Is it going to break through or bounce lower, right? So that's what I love. And we're right above that VWAP of 4,405. Again, watch the MACDs for a direction. And this is the daily charts, guys. This is daily, okay? So if it breaks to 50, let it come back for a retest, and that might be a possible entry. I don't know what's going to happen. Let the market come to you, okay? Let it come to you. Again, MicroStrategy follows Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes higher, then MicroStrategy can break higher. If it goes lower, then MicroStrategy goes lower. These guys own a lot of Bitcoin. So that's the offset of owning Bitcoin. Again, Ethereum working its way lower again. And by the way, I don't see any reversal patterns here with the exception of Bitcoin of this divergence. That I don't, as far as patterns, I don't see it. I would like it to base and break through. So again, and I said this the other day, I would like it to come down and break through and the MACDs hold, and that is a reversal pattern on Bitcoin, which could be developing. On Ethereum, similar, right? MACDs are there trying to hold, but if it breaks lower, then we go lower, guys. Pretty simple. All right, so what else do we have here? Let me see. Let me get rid of that. All right, chips, momentum, start date. Okay, let me see. Let's see what happens, JD brother. What to expect? All right, JDH, would you expect the dollar to go up? Yes, I expect the dollar to go up, and this is what I talked at length in that video. Again, we owe a lot of money, guys. I mean, that's no surprise. And the Congress wants to print out more money, yada, yada. You know the story, right? And it's not a political rant, whatever. It's just there's a lot of money supply out there. A lot. There's a lot of money supply out there. We have supply chain issues. And, it's just we have high inflation. You're paying more. So at some moment, we're going to have to do something, right? And I think that the Fed right now, and this is why the banks are saying we have to raise interest rates. It has to happen. And what I mean by a lot, I suspect if they're serious about it, it has to be 50 basis points. If they're not serious about it, it's going to be 1. And again, but I think if if they convert their short-term loans, to a fixed rate, if you see the U.S. doing that and then they raise interest rates, I think it's going to hurt. But it's going to help us down the road. If they just kick the can down the road, which a lot of politicians are doing, which could happen, and that's the only surprise I see that we can go higher. That's the only catalyst. If they just ignore it and kick the can, then maybe it can go higher. But all the banks are sounding the alarm right now. Just have to listen. Okay, so because if you're into the market, so want to move to cash, you can, or you can buy puts, right? Buy puts, buy some protection insurance. For the downside. Again, buy some puts, maybe 30 days out, 60 days out, depending on or buy puts on your heavy position. It's an insurance for the downside. You can do that as well. All right. Gold, Bitcoin's going down. Gold is down as well. Any other questions, guys? All right. As far as the plays today, right now it is 9:09. So let's see. Where the futures at? Futures, 46.11. So again, they're reversing a little bit. They're reversing. Point of control is at 46.10. We're working our way a little bit lower right now. All right. So let me see here. 15 minutes. This is 15. This is hourly. Okay, so let's see. Watch. So the play for today is real simple, guys. Real simple. What to look for? If you see Goldman Sachs rolling over, then the market's probably going to go down, right? So Goldman Sachs. Look for Apple. If Apple starts going negative, this is Goldman, right? So again, they're taking this thing down. It's trying to find some sort of support right there. It's too far away from the 50. It's probably going to bounce up and see what happens. If it goes back down, that might be the opportunity there. But if Goldman continues going down, it's gonna bring down the market. If we look at Apple, Apple right now is trying to go right now, right? It's trying to go up. Let's see how it reacts to that 171. If that 171 starts turning, then the market's going to go down. If it goes up, then the market's not going to go down too bad, all right? So that's pretty simple. Look at Tesla. This is also XPX heavy. If Tesla, right, if Tesla goes down, guys, we're going to go down. So just simple. Right now, try to go to 1049, and it's not going. Right now, it's working its way higher. Watch it at that 1035, right? Watch it at that 1035. See how it reacts there. But, 1052 is pretty strong on Tesla. 1052, right? So let's see how it reacts. Does it break through or does it roll over again? So those are the ones that I'm kind of looking at. If you're looking at the spiders, which is equivalent to the XPX. Again, we're too far away from the 50-day moving average. I don't like to take those trades, but watch it. I would like to see this come back up. If these combine here, then it could be another sell down. If you're going to do that because we're pretty far away from the 50, then that just trade with a lesser amount that you normally would trade because it's a lower probability trade, but that could be a move there. Or just wait for it to come back to the 50. It'll come back, just wait, be patient, but we're pretty far away from the 50. The move on this was overnight. Okay. What was I looking at? There was a few here that I looked at. CMG. Okay, so CMG is working his way lower. If this starts turning on CMG, that could be a play there. Amazon. Was it Amazon? Amazon. Let me just, I like looking here real quick. Okay. So, Tesla maybe. Lam Research maybe. Netflix maybe. Nvidia. Okay, Nvidia. Okay, so bookings. Okay, and ASML. Okay, let's go there. Okay, let's do ASML. So ASML right here. It's coming. All right, so ASML on the hourlies, we're right at that 50. Is trying to break through. Okay. If you see the MACD start turning and start going higher, and then you get the turn here on the hourlies and breaking the 50 of that 741, can take out 746. It's probably going to start working its way higher, and earnings is Tuesday. So that's a run before earnings. You want to do that. At earnings, anything can happen. I'm pretty positive on this. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's one there. But Nvidia, and we're going to be looking at Nvidia. It's a little slow today. Nvidia, trying to work his way higher, right? Right there, 265, 269. Watch it in this area if this starts turning or breaking through. Let's see if Shopify has some wings, actually pre-market. So the news is positive, but is it enough? So pre-market is working its way lower, right? So let's see how it reacts at that 1081. If this starts turning and bouncing, that can go 1102, 1112, and it's probably going to go to right there where that 50-day moving average is. If this starts going higher, then they're going to take it back up. So CL. So the oil, depending on which, since oil's, you're going to look at CL, or a simple ticker is going to be OIH. OIH will be one, right? So OIH is right here. If OIH starts going down, right, and this is the ETF for oil, starts going down, then it could bring the market. This is what's holding the market right now, oil, right? All right, guys, it is 9:14. 9:14. I wish I can do this all day for you, but I have to set up my trades for today. So with that being said, give you a few plays here. Guys, what I want you to do right now, go out there, go get it. If you're interested in, I'm going to start going live today. I said I was going to go live for the Market Watch, live at TradingView at lunchtime. It's at 12 o'clock I start. They are recorded. You can go there. If you're interested in joining us for the class, we have a few spots left. I'm going to be speaking Wednesday at an event. So again, these are probably going to fill up pretty fast. Make sure to secure your spot. I'm only doing 20 because that's 20 is all I can handle. I did a Q&A session yesterday with 4, and I realized, okay, 20 is going to be good, but I think that I'm going to be maxed out at 20 right now. So let me get my juices flowing. I've been out of the circuit for a little bit. Again, I want to give extremely good content. I want to develop these traders that took the initiative. And then once I got these guys developed, then I'll be open and ready to open this up. Now, as far as the middle membership, thinking about it, I sat up all night. This is going to be a trading system for people who are a little bit more conservative in their approach and want to, again, so technical analysis right here, we're talking about basically mindset and how to get into the high probability entries on the technical side. On this side is going to be the strategy on getting the high probability strategy, mix that with the technicals, and that's going to be fire. So again, I haven't showed it, so it's going to be right here. Let me just get rid of that. Let me remove that one. It's going to be right here, guys. So basically, this is it's on my Patreon page. Again, this one is going to be the Patreon. The technical momentum is going to be the entry, and then the middle one is going to be the strategy. And again, for now, for these 20 traders, what I decided to do, I'm going to give that to them. That's going to be all included for them. If you want to support the page and you want to get access to that Sunday night class, it's a Buy Me Coffee. It's going to give you every Sunday. You'll have access to that early. I'll put it out on YouTube on Monday. So if you don't want to wait, go there, Buy Me Coffee. It's right there. You'll get it Sunday. Or you can wait till Monday afternoon and get it. So either one. All right, guys, go out there, stay green, go get it. Thank you, guys. Wanna, wish you guys, stay green, stay frothy. We have a lot to cover here. And you haven't liked, subscribed my show, please do so. Obviously, I'm new to this. I'm not a YouTuber. I guess I am right now. But apparently it helps with the algorithm to, get me out there a little more often. And then again, go out there, stay green, guys. Take care.